3, 5. Feel that wrong name.
Hey, hello there. What's happening? This is Kris. I guess this is my turn to do a solo thing. Monologues, as we're calling them. We will return to regular podcasting soon enough as life happens, so we'll make do with this. So I want to touch on a topic that has been important to me during the course of this year. And to put it in a little context, I got some time. My goal for 2024, when January came, us movie lovers, we like to put goals on certain boxes to check when it comes to movies. I think it's a way of challenging, at least I like to do that. And I think this one is one of the more important ones I've done. At the end of 2023, I saw a documentary called Half the Picture. It's a documentary about female directors and, some of the work they do and how they're perceived and how they're treated in the industry. And it was a great group of talented filmmakers in that documentary. And I remember when that happened, I said, I have to watch more female directed films. And then I decided to take inventory of how many female directed films I've watched in past years. And I gotta say, I was incredibly disappointed in myself because I do express myself in favor of watching more female directed films, but apparently talking the talk hasn't equaled walking the walk with me. So I said, okay, it's settled. 2024, I'm going to start watching more female directed films, and I'm going to set a goal. So January comes and I said, and I'm going to be completely transparent here, I only watched 38 female-directed movies in 2023. And I said, well, let's up it to 50. Now, it's not that I was going to be married to that number, but it was something to shoot for. And I started and I got myself into a rhythm. At the time of this recording, I have just about matched the goal. And we're talking, I'm recording this at the end of June, so we're halfway through the year and I've pretty much met my goal. I'm at 48 as I speak. In the next few days, I'm probably going to reach 50. So now to keep it going, I don't plan on stopping. The experience has been wonderful because it's come to the point where I have made it a habit to seeking out films directed by women. In the past, I would say it would be a mixture of giving a very minimum effort to seek them out and also pure happenstance sometimes. But no, I'm actively seeking those out. I have a watch list specifically for female directed films that I refresh every now and then. So it's something that I'm definitely having my eye on, and I think it's something that moving forward I'm going to want to keep doing. And I've watched some tremendous films so far this year that it's been just a wonderful experience. For the first time, I'll mention a couple of titles, right? I checked out Petite Maman by Celine Sciamma. Wonderful, wonderful film. Very joyful, and it's a purely magical movie. But I'm a Cheerleader. Gosh, that film was really good, and I'd had that on my watch list for the longest time, but I finally got it out. That was a terrific, terrific film by Jamie Babbitt. I've seen others. Real Women Have Curves. My goodness, Patricia Cardoso. Terrific, terrific film. It resonated with me, and I felt that it was incredibly relatable, even though the story, the main character is, a teenage girl, but there are, as a Latino, I felt related by watching that. One that really resonated with me that I've seen was The Namesake by Mira Nair. That was a really sweet movie, very beautiful movie, and others. And it's one of those things. One of the things that kind of woke me up while watching that documentary at the end of last year was how many of these female filmmakers are so talented, and yet they don't get work as often as they should. Like, for example, in that documentary, Gina Prince Bythewood is featured. Love and Basketball is a terrifically acclaimed film. How is it that many of her earlier works came so many years in between? She's working more now, thankfully. But it's just a travesty that filmmakers like her just, have to wait so long to get more work. I think of Deborah Granick, for example, who made, two really great movies, The Winter's Bone and Leave No Trace. Those two movies are 8 years apart. How is it that a proven filmmaker can't get more projects for almost a decade? And it's that whole concept of failing upward that we see with male directors. Like, a mediocre male director will keep making mediocre work, and they'll get more work and more important projects, even if they continue not doing well. But, a female filmmaker with talent, God forbid they make a mid movie. I think of Patty Jenkins, for example. She's made Oscar-winning films before, like Monster with Charlize Theron. She gets the great opportunity for a tentpole in Wonder Woman, is incredibly successful with the first film, and then she gets attached to other tentpole projects, Star Wars and the like. But then Wonder Woman 84 comes out, and it doesn't do well. And then she's dropped from all those things. That doesn't happen to a male filmmaker. Especially one that can have multiple flops. And they say, well, keep going. Here's a big project. Yes, I sound a little bitter because it's really not fair. There's so much talent out there. And I've enjoyed so many terrific, female filmmakers. Miranda July is one that has emerged as a favorite of mine. A very talented artist. She's not just a filmmaker. She's a terrific artist. So I've enjoyed movies by her. And this year so far, terrific female filmmakers coming out with great ones. Rose Glass doing some great work. Jane Schoenbrand with I Saw the TV Glow, and their previous work, We're All Going to the World's Fair. Terrific work there. I've also been, brushing up on Kitty Green, even though I had seen The Assistant some years ago, I also saw the one that she made last year, another collaboration with Julia Gardner. The Royal Hotel, terrific film. I really enjoyed that one. And I've also done, short films too. In fact, I have a playlist just for that alone. Short films by female filmmakers. So I think that's important to do. And, I've been really glad to, go into that journey. And one of the things that has caught my attention as well has been the female gaze. How different it is from the male gaze, and let's be frank, how much better and more tasteful and more creative and more pleasant it is. And I think we could do more with that. And mind you, I'm not even counting movies that were written by females, directed by males. There's a lot more of that. I should think about that. Maybe for next year, or if I can tabulate those at the end of the year, maybe I can do it. I'll probably have a more streamlined comment about this topic at the end of the year when I've experienced the full year of it. But make no mistake, it's part of my movie watching habits now. And this is not just me. I've had so much help by such great people I know who are real champions of female filmmakers. You know who you are. I'm not going to drop names. I go on Letterboxd and I search for lists and watch lists and recommendations from people. And it's really important for me to continue to do that. And I want to continue to do that. So there's a lot of really good movies made by women in out there. Go watch them. Learn the different stories, learn the different styles, learn the female gaze, and learn about the talent. So that's pretty much my monologue for this occasion. So if you heard the whole rambling, thank you. And like I said earlier, we'll be back with full podcast soon enough. So thank you for listening, and I hope you continue to listen to our show moving forward. So I'm done. So thank you. Thanks for listening. Find our episodes on Spotify and YouTube. Also, follow our Instagram for Filmsake Pod.